Hello everyone. In today's lesson, we will learn the multiplication of two rational number and we will see the different properties of multiplication. So first of all, we will start with the multiplication of two rational number. Suppose here we are taking the example, we have 3 by 7 and here we are multiplying it with minus 4 by 5. So the rule for the multiplication is we will multiply the numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. So in this we will multiply numerator with numerator. So we will get minus 12 over here. Then we will multiply denominator with denominator. We will get 35 in denominator. So now later we will check either we can change into the standard form or not. 12 and 35 doesn't have any common factor. So our final answer will be minus 12 by 35. So this is the way how we multiply two rational number. We can take one more example like we are multiplying minus 2 by 9 with 5 by 11. Here, if we multiply numerators, we will get minus 10 and by multiplying denominator, we will get 99. In 10 and 99, there is no common factor. So, final answer will remain same as 10 by 99. Next, we will start with properties of rational number under multiplication. In this, first we have closure property. So according to this property, the product of two rational number is always a rational number. Suppose if we have a by b and we are multiplying it with c by d. So according to the multiplication rule, we will get a times c divided by b by d. Again, ac by bd will always be a rational number. For example, if we are multiplying 3 by 2 with 5 by 11, we will get 15 by 22. And this is also a rational number. So it means multiplication, rational numbers are closed under multiplication, as the product of two rational number always give another rational number. Second one, we have commutative law. So according to the commutative law, when we can multiply rational number in any order. Suppose we have a by b and we are multiplying c by d. Then the resultant will be equal to, if we write like this, c by d times a by b. So it means the order will not make any change in the result. We can take it with the help of some example. Suppose we have 2 by 7 and another one we have 5 by 11. So when we multiply these two, we will get 10 by 77. 2 times 5 is 10 and 7 times 11 is 77. If we multiplied another order like this, over here, so 5 times 2 will be 10 and 11 times 7 will be 77. So order doesn't change the result of the product of two rational numbers. So it means rational number are satisfy the commutative property under multiplication. Next property, we have associative property. According to the associative property, if we have three or more rational number, we can group it any order to find their product. Suppose here we have a by b, c by d and e by f. So to find their product, if we group a by b and c by d, then the result we are multiplying with e by f will give the same result as if we group here c by d and e by f. So the grouping of rational number in any order doesn't make any difference in their answer. Suppose here we have minus 3 by 7 and we are multiplying it with 2 by 5 and we have the third rational number as 4 by 11. So here we have three rational number, 3 by 7, 2 by 5 and 4 by 11. So here we group 3 by 7, 2 by 5. So we will first of all, we will solve the number inside the bracket. So here we will get minus 3 times minus 2 will give us positive 6. 7 times 5 will be 35. Now we will multiply it with 4 by 11. It will give us 24 by, it will give us 385. Now we make the another group like we are keeping 3 by 7 separate and we are grouping 2 by 5 and 4 by 11. Now first of all we will solve 2 by 5 times 4 by 11. So here we will get minus 3 by 7 times minus 8 by 55. Now minus 3 times minus 8 will give us positive 24, and 55 times 7 will give us 387. So here we get the same answer as 24 by 385. So we can group rational number in any order to find their product. It means rational number satisfies associative property under multiplication. Then next we have existence of multiplicative inverse. As you already know, multiplicative inverse is the reciprocal of the given rational number. So we, according to this, for every rational number a by b, there exists a rational number b by a. So in such way, if we multiply these two rational number, we will get answer as 1. Suppose we have 3 by 11. So there the multiplicative inverse of 3 by 11 will be 11 by 3, and when we multiply these two, we will get answer as 1. So we can say here the 11 by 3 is reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of 3 by 11. So there exists a multiplicative inverse for every rational number. Next we have distributive law of multiplication over addition. Suppose we have three rational number a by b, c by d and e by f. Then a by b, and if we have multiplied it with the sum of c by d plus e by f, that will be equal to, then we will multiply a by b with each of the rational number inside the bracket. So we can write it as a by b times c by d, then we have plus, then we will multiply a by b with e by f. This is the distributive law of multiplication under addition. And if we have like a by b and we are multiplying with the subtraction of these two rational number, so we will write it as a by b times c by d, then in between we will put minus sign, and then we multiply a by b with e by f. So this is a distributive law of multiplication over addition and subtraction. Now let's take some example based upon the concepts that we learn today. First of all, we have to find the reciprocal. We already learned how to find the product of two rational numbers. So we are starting with finding the reciprocal. We have to find the reciprocal of, first case we are taking 3 by 5 times 4 by 7. So first of all we will find the product of these two rational numbers. It will come as 12 by 35. Now we have to find the reciprocal. So the reciprocal will be 35 by 12. As here numerator will become denominator and denominator will become numerator. So the reciprocal of 3 by 5 times 4 by 7 is 35 by 12. Second example we can take minus 2 by 3 times minus 5 by 8. So we will multiply these two rational number. Minus 2 and minus 5 will give us positive 10. 8 times 3 is 24. Now in that case we can change into the standard form. So it means it will get 5 and here we will get 12. So it is 5 by 12. Now we have to find the reciprocal. So reciprocal will be 12 by 5. So reciprocal of the product of these two rational number is 12 by 5. Next we have some questions on the different properties where we have to verify. The first we have minus 2 by 15 times 7 by 16. We have to prove that it is equivalent to 7 by 16 times minus 2 by 15. So this is which property? Commutative property. It means if we multiply two rational number in any order, result will remain same. So here let's start with left hand side. Left hand side, here we will get 2 times 7 will be 14 and 15 times 16 will give us 240. Now we can change into the standard form. Here we will get 7, here we will get 120. So our answer is minus 7 by 120. In right hand side we have 7 times 2 again is minus 14 and 16 times 15 will give us 240 only. We can change in the standard form. Here we will get minus 7 by 120. So it means both the sides are equal. So we verify that left hand side and right hand side are equal. Next question we have 3 by 5 times, in the brackets we have 5 by 6 times minus 4 by 15, and we have to prove that it is equal to, if we are grouping 3 by 5 and 5 by 6 and times minus 4 by 15. So this is a question that is based on associative property. It means we have three rational number and we are grouping in two different ways. The result will be same. So we will see over here. First take left hand side. Here we will get 3 by 5 times 5 times 4 is 20. Here we will get minus 20, and 6 times 15 90. So here we get 0 can be cancelled with 0. So we have 3 by 5 times minus 2 by 9. So here we will get minus 9 by, 6 minus 6 by 9, 5 times 9 is 45. So here we can change in the standard form. We will get 2 by 15. So answer is negative 2 by 15. Now let's take right hand side. It is equal to 3 times 5 will be 15 and 6 times 5 is 30. We are multiplying it with minus 4 by 15. So here we can cancel it. 15 times 15 times 1 is 15 only. So we cancel both these, and here 2 is a common factor in between these two. We will get 2 and 15. So answer is minus 2 by 15. So it means left hand side is equal to right hand side. Grouping in two different ways doesn't make any difference in the answer. Next we have question on the distributive law. Here we have 2 by 3. We are multiplying it with addition of 4 by 5 plus minus 3 by 7. And we have to prove that it is equal to 2 by 3 times minus 4 by 5 plus 2 by 3 times minus 3 by 7. So here we will take left hand side first. So in this case, first of all, we will solve the number inside the bracket. It means we will find the addition of 4 by 5 and 3 by 7. So for this we have to take the LCM. LCM will come as 35. So to make the denominator same, we will multiply it with 7. So we will get minus 28 over here, and plus here we have to multiply by 5. We will get 15 over here, minus 15 over here. We have 2 by 3 times. Now we will add minus 28 and minus 15. We will get minus 43, as both are negative. So we will add but keep the negative sign. And in the denominator we have 35. Now we will solve this. 43 times 2 is 86 and 35 times 3 is 105. So our left hand side is 86 by 105. Now right hand side. The right hand side we have multiplication and then we have addition. So first of all we will solve these two. We have 4 times 2 is 8 minus 8. 5 times 3 is 15. Again we will multiply these two. Minus 6 by 7 times 3 is 21. Now we will add these two numbers. So LCM of 15 and 21 will be 105. Here I am skipping the step how to take the LCM. I am assuming you better know how to take the LCM of two numbers. So LCM of 15 and 21 is 105. We have to make 15 to 105. So we will multiply by 7. So here we will get 56. And here we have to multiply with 5. We will get minus 30 over here. Now we will add these two negative numbers. We will get minus 86 by 105. So clearly we have left hand side is equal to right hand side, hence proved. Next let's have some word problems based on the multiplication. In this first one we have, there is a lady Mrs. Greg that purchased 2 whole 1 by 2 kg of mangoes at the rate of 25 whole 3 by 4 per kg. So and 1 whole 3 by 4 kg of grapes at the rate of rupees 15 whole 1 by 2 per kg, and we have to find out how much money did she spend. So according to the question what we have given, the cost of 1 kg of mangoes is 25 for 3 by 4, and she purchased 2 whole 1 by 2. So for this we will find the cost of 2 whole 1 by 2 kg of mangoes. So let's start. In the question we have given cost of 1 kg of mangoes, as the rate have given as per kg. So the cost of 1 kg of mangoes is 25 whole 3 by 4 rupees. So we will change this mixed fraction into the whole number. So we will get 103 by 4, as 25 times 4 is 100 plus 3 is 103. So the cost of 1 kg of mangoes is 103 by 4. And the cost of 2 whole 1 by 2 kg, that will be equal to 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5 by 2 kg of mangoes will be equal to, so we have given for the 1 and we have to find for 5 by 2. In that case what we will do, we will multiply. So it will be rupees 103 by 4 times 5 by 2. So here we will multiply, we will get 5 times 3 is 15, 515 by 8. So it means cost of 5 by 2 kg of mangoes is 515 by 8. Similarly, we will find the price for 103 by kg of grapes. Cost of 1 kg of grapes they have given as rupees 15 whole 1 by 2, so it will give us 31 by 2 rupees. And we have to find the cost of 1 whole 3 by 4 kg. It means 4 times 4 is 4 and plus is 7 by 4 kg of grapes. That will be equal to, similarly we have given the price for 1 and we have to find the price for 7 by 4. So what we will do, we will simply multiply. So we will get 31 by 2 times 7 by 4. So here we will get 217 by 8. Now the cost of mangoes we have find 515 by 8 and the cost of grapes we have find 217 by 8. So for the total cost what we will do, we will add the total price of mangoes and grapes. So total cost will be rupees 515 by 8 plus rupees 217 by 8. Now we will simply add these, as these are the same denominator, we will keep the denominator same and we will add the numerators. Plus 217, we will get 7 plus 5 is 12, 1 carry on, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, 7 plus 2 is 7, 732 by 8. So it means the total cost of mangoes and grapes is 732 by 8. And further we can change into the simplest form also. So it has 4 as a common factor, we will get 183 by 2. So the cost will be rupees 183 by 2. Next question we have, a man had rupees 90 and he bought 5 by 2 dozen of egg at the cost of 91 by 4 per dozen. So we have to find out how much money is left with him. So according to the question, we have given the cost of 1 dozen of eggs, because it is given per dozen, so it means 1 dozen. Cost of 1 dozen eggs is equal to rupees 91 by 4 and he bought 5 by 2 dozen eggs. So the cost of 5 by 2 dozen eggs will be how much? We have 1 and we have found the value of many, so we will multiply. So it will be rupees 91 by 4 times 5 by 2. So that will give us, we will multiply these two. 9 times 5 is 45 and 4 times 2 is 8. So it means the cost of 5 by 2 dozen eggs is this. 445 by 8. Now, in the question we have given, he had 90 rupees and we have to find out the money left with him. So, money left will be how much? We will find it out. He had rupees 90 and he spent rupees 445 by 8. So, we will subtract this thing from 90. So, we will get the amount that is left with him. So we will now we will take the LCM. LCM will be 8. When we multiply these two, we will get 720 minus 455, and we will subtract these two. We will get 265. So it means he had rupees 265 by 8 at the end after buying 5 by 2 dozen of eggs. So in today's lesson, we covered the multiplication and the various properties, and we took the sum example based on every properties and take some word problem also. If you have any particular question and if you are not getting anything, so please reach out to me by writing down my comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe my videos. Thank you.